So, because I do want to add something to each video that I do post, I did some thinking about it and thought, where to start? So, the first official school that I attended for martial arts training, it was a school called Fearless, and it was created and fashioned by a teacher, an amazing teacher who teaches teachers named Robert Buckland. And his school, he named Fearless. Now, we all know fear is something that can feel like the absolute worst. It can cripple you, it can paralyze you, and it can just completely put you in a situation where you don't feel like you can move. The word petrified in Greek, for example, I'm a Greek girl myself. The word petrified, the root word is petra, which actually means rock or stone, which is kind of cool because if you think about being petrified, you're non-moving, you're a rock, and you're just there without movement, without the freedom. And no matter what your body's condition is in, I myself am born a little different. I was born with a smaller hand, missing a pectoral muscle and breast tissue. So for me, I've got some difficulties here and there with functioning as a normal person, and that can be difficult. We all have our different wonky things with these human avatars we have that can hold us back. But one thing that is indicative of everyone's experience is, we've got love and we've got fear. And both are magnanimous and profound. And without love, what's the point? Now, people want to be fearless. However, fear comes from your body's and spirit's true response, to an outside energy or force that is either unfamiliar to you or is imminent danger. Now, what I learned in that school, like, people sign up and they want to be fearless and, yeah, rock it out, we're not afraid of anything. However, fear is a tool. And if you get used to it enough, it can be a friend. Without fear, you don't always know when to, block something. Somebody's throwing something right at your head. Your, what we call an autonomic response, which is a fast bodily reaction to an outside force or what have you. That reaction saves your ass, saves your face, saves your eyesight. So I try to have people begin with working on their relationship with fear. People a lot of times will tell you what you want the most is on the other side of fear, which isn't always true. Sometimes fear is there to help you and be like, get the fuck out. Other times it's telling you, be mindful of what's going on. Other times it's just we're programmed from certain things that have happened in our lives that we have engineered our response to a stimulus that, no matter what we try to do without understanding the core of it, we make some crazy decisions. And one of the coolest things I found out on my journey with Fearless was that the point isn't to become fearless, it's to fear less, in the truest sense of the word. We need it a little to survive and to keep us preserved, but you can't let it petrify you and turn you into that rock. So my lesson of the day, my Tigress teaching of the day would be, when something scares you, assess it. Is it because it's unfamiliar? Is it because it truly is a threat to your well-being, either mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically? Or is it just that you don't know any better? You don't know how to function? We can't blame people for not knowing what to do in a situation if they have no experience for it. So 1, be easy on yourself. 2, take that moment, unless it's like, I need to duck and dodge right now, take that moment to really assess what this is trying to tell you. Fear is intelligent. In fact, it's an intel agent. It is trying to give you intel about your surrounding energies and trying to preserve you. That's instilled in us, just like from when we're born. Breathing, sucking, grasping, those are natural things that are instilled within us for our survival. So my first piece of advice, I would say, as not just a martial artist or a survivor, I don't mean to say victim a lot, but I feel like in order to really assess and heal from a situation, you do have to be like, all right, I was victimized, but what am I going to do about it? So I always correct myself by putting the survivor in there, because if you can really talk about your situation without crying too much or freaking out about how you got there or who did what to you, you're healing, and it's so important. But my Tigress teaching of the day would be to think about what scares you, even in the moment, and ask it why. What are you teaching me? What are you trying to show to me? What are you trying to prove to me? And how is this going to make me better? How can I get around this? How can I navigate this? If I can't get around it, can I get through it? And how? If I don't have the tools to get through it, look at your network. Look at who you know in your life that may have some experience with these things and may be able to walk you through it, like a sensei. Sensei really, it means teacher, but it really just means someone that came before you, that has experience in a realm more so than you do. So look at what scares you. Think about what it's doing for you, not to you. And remember that everything truly comes from love, even fear. It was instilled in us so we can survive, so we can love more. So that's my lesson of the day. Be fearless as much as you can, and fear less as much as you can. You have resources, you have people, you have a lot of gifts, and I am a firm believer that we're never left completely in the dark. And if you're looking around and you see no light, sometimes you need to recognize that there is light within. You're the light, and there's a light even brighter that shines within you, that holds both your past, your present, your future, your destiny, and everything that was meant for you and through you. So be brave and focus on love, because if you know you're seeing a shadow, which is that fear, know that there's light being shown upon a situation that's making that shadow. So assess it, think about it, reach out. I've got a whole lot of good tips and tricks to navigating around and through things that I've acquired over many face break situations. And what makes a warrior isn't that you have zero losses. Nobody wants a knight in shining armor, even though they think they do. Because in reality, there's no chinks on that armor. There's no scratches. It's untested. So remember that when you're feeling like you need a little polish, like you're tarnished and you've got dings all over you, realize that it's warrior wounds, man. Warrior medals. Wounds heal. They're shiny. They're medals. Look at them like that. Look at everything in your life that's brought you to this point and see how you can use it. Stop letting it use you. Don't let nothing rent space in your head. Especially if it's squatting for free, man. If it's going to be renting, make sure it's a good tenant. And if not, reassess that lease with whatever it may be. I'm here for everybody as much as I can be. I'm not going to take on somebody's problems and solve them, but I will stand next to you and do my absolute best to help you do it yourself. And I have a whole lot of amazing contacts that are life-changing. I'm blessed with an amazing group of friends and family. All my friends are family, really. And I know people that know people. So don't be shy. I'm always here for y'all. Stay blessed and assess. Love yourself. Keep moving.